It's very interesting to see how people of different disciplines interfere with each other, if that makes sense, and how much you can get from each other. At least for me, it's always a dream to be able to participate in projects that you can explore also other aspects of yourself as an artist.
It's been really interesting. So the process of starting, we had a week of rehearsal and getting into the character.
Pretty much the ball was rolling as soon as we started. Day one, it was just like straight in the mix, which is great because it keeps you switched on and it keeps you thinking.
My name is Amanda Maud. I'm playing the captain. This is a time-traveling sea captain. I've given her the name of Mabel Farlight. Mabel was my great-aunt's name, and Farlight is kind of a nod to Skywalker.
Day one, we cracked on with scene one, and there was a lot of sort of exploring background work, the characters, backgrounds, the history, the historical context. Paul, the director, was encouraging us to do some of the forensic work and trying to be a sort of script detective, as some would call it.
Peter the Great. Who's up for a bit of laugh?
For me personally, it's been an opportunity to learn more about the history of Lewisham and Deptford. I haven't been in the area for that long, so it's been a good opportunity for me to embed myself in the community a bit and learn what's around me and what was there before.
The cast are varying ages, varying backgrounds, varying skills and levels, and some people are mainly dancers, some people are mainly singers, some people are mainly actors, and it's great to have that mix in one room.
I really appreciate the diversity of the cast and creatives. They're all different backgrounds, all different nationalities, different people from the global majority, and it's a good, glorious mix, and it would be great if that could be reflected on our main stages as well.
I think it's been very supportive. Some of us have varying experience in terms of music and singing, and those of us with more experience have always been able to, help us and lift us up, really, in that sense. And even in terms of acting and learning our lines, we're all just working together to make this happen for Lewisham. We're all really happy to be part of it.
So I'm playing Ignatius Sancho, a composer. He was very accomplished in music and literature. He's actually the first person of Black African origin to cast a vote in Britain. He had a crazy difficult upbringing. He basically run away from slavery and just all this stuff. So it's amazing going into characters like that.
It was quite tricky because I remember visualizing my character. That was one of our tasks for character development, and as the way that I visualized, I was seeing a very flowy character, not with a face, because they express more themselves with physicality, with movements, walking around the stage, moving their arms around. Spiritual creatures, their job is to protect the nature and tell the humans to stop cutting the trees, to build their ships. So it's quite tricky building a costume around that.
It was amazing. That was my first time actually going on the ship. and it was just great to actually have that sense of place and feel that setting for the story that we're telling.
Whoa! In 871, Ethelred the Unready and his brother, the future King Alfred, are defeating the invading Danish fleet with this axe and many others like it.
This is Lizzie, landlady, who heals us with her herbs, advises us on our troubles, and serves us strong beer alongside pies of questionable contents.
Eels and wood chips.
Oh yeah, they're good pies I'll have you know, made with the best beef and asparagus all around.
The privileged and the powerful, they get the likes of us to work for a pittance and be grateful for it, whilst they take the credits, the coins and the glory.
So I made sure to run far. Sometimes, in the papers, I'd see a picture of my face in it to encourage my recapture. My name is Ebu Olua, but Mrs. Cummings never called me that.
When all the world dissolves and every creature shall be purified, the stars will still, time runs, the clock will strike.
We'll do it! We'll speak to the humans! We'll explain everything to them!
Mighty spirits of the creek!
But it'd help if you stopped causing mayhem. Just tell you about yourselves.
I think my characters especially, they're quite scary. And honestly, when I'm performing on stage, I wish I could just go and scare people, just appear behind them and go like, boom. But I don't think that will be allowed, especially because maybe there will be children there and I don't want anyone to cry.
I like that it touches a lot of social issues all at the same time, and how it's connecting the build-up of these issues nowadays with the past, like how it tricked nature has already started from when colonialism was spreading out.
I think if we don't learn from the past, that we're going to end up in the same spiral, same pattern over and over again. And one of those mistakes is denying the past. Just the defensiveness around the slave trade, defensiveness around the empire. I would like there to be more openness and acceptance and accountability.
I didn't know, I mean, I lived around this area since I came in UK, but I didn't know that Deptford was so rich in working class history, and also how it connects with slave history, like with all this exploitation that happened throughout the centuries. So I didn't know that there is so much around Deptford especially.
One thing that I definitely took from, it's actually a line that my character Ignatius Sanchez says. He says, "Who knows what comfort, joy and solace our art can provide for those that come after us?" And that is such a good way of putting what the point is of art. It literally brings out these kind of emotions for people, like, you know, it's that relatability of someone that was alive maybe 200, 300 years ago, but they felt something and they put something out, and other people, generations after, can still feel it. So that's the perfect way of saying it, basically.